Modern linguistics generally assumes that the relationship between sound and meaning is mostly arbitrary, but what if this assumption is incomplete? What if at least part of human language emerged not from arbitrary symbolic assignment, but from the physical geometry of speech itself? This hypothesis proposes that certain consonants, especially final consonants, act as semantic operators connected to anatomical speech mechanics. The core observation is that certain phonetic endings appear to correlate repeatedly with specific semantic tendencies. L endings often feel open, elevated, successful, flowing, or continuing. T endings often feel fixed, hardened, stopped, sealed, or objectified, and N endings often feel inward, weakened, dissolving, fading, or descending. This may not be coincidence alone, but a reflection of an ancient embodied structure within speech itself. Language is usually analyzed abstractly through phonemes, syntax, grammar, and semantics, yet speech is fundamentally physical, requiring muscular movement, tongue placement, airflow direction, resonance behavior, pressure release, and vibration geometry. In this model, meaning emerges partly through articulatory motion itself, making the mouth a semantic instrument rather than merely a machine for producing labels. Consider the sound L. The tongue tip rises upward near the alveolar ridge, while airflow continues around the sides of the tongue, creating a physical profile of elevation, continuation, openness, release, and extension. This may psychologically map onto semantic tendencies such as growth, vitality, illumination, success, and continuity. English examples like full, well, heel, swell, tall, soul, roll, and sail often feel ongoing rather than terminated, while Russian examples such as Svetli, Mil, Sila, Oriol, Stval, and Pyle similarly evoke vitality and radiance. By contrast, T behaves as a closure event. Airflow completely stops, the tongue seals against the roof or front region, pressure accumulates, and then releases abruptly. T therefore correlates with fixation, hardening, stopping, objectification, and materialization. English words such as cut, shut, set, strict, built, locked, limit, and concrete, along with Russian examples like shit, vint, bolt, knut, front, and plot, all carry associations of rigidity, impact, or structural solidity. N may be the most mysterious category because during its articulation, oral airflow is blocked while resonance redirects through the nasal cavity, turning the sound inward. Unlike L, which flows outward, or T, which strikes outward, N resonates internally and may correlate with fading, decline, dissolution, inwardness, negation, and disappearance. English examples such as gone, fallen, sunken, wan, undone, ruin, and mourn, together with Russian examples like sun, stan, tlen, sklan, uron, and tumen, repeatedly evoke weakening, obscurity, descent, unconsciousness, or decay. Particularly intriguing are phonetic triads such as mul, mut, mun or sol, sat, sun, and dal, dot, don, where the initial consonant remains stable while the final consonant appears to modify directional meaning. This suggests a speculative formula. Meaning equals root domain plus terminal operator. The initial consonant may define a semantic field while the final consonant defines trajectory or outcome state. In such a framework, M might represent matter, formation, or self, S might represent spread, light, or radiation, and D might represent force or division, while L would indicate rise and openness, T fixation and crystallization, and N decline and absorption. Thus, sol may imply radiant openness, sought fixation or dulling, and sun inward resonance or descent. If these correlations are real, then proto-language may not have originated as arbitrary symbolic naming, but from embodied gesture, airflow mechanics, muscular topology, emotional resonance, and physical acoustics. Humans may have unconsciously mapped physical mouth motion onto physical world motion so that upward tongue movement became associated with growth, light, and elevation, closure sounds with impact and solidification, and internal resonance with hiddenness, sleep, death, or decline. In this framework, speech becomes partly iconic, not visually but biomechanically iconic. Additional consonants may also encode directional tendencies. K may express force or cutting through back impact. M may suggest containment and enclosure. S streaming or radiation. And R vibration and unstable energy. Vowels may contribute as well, with front vowels corresponding to lightness or externality, and back vowels to depth or heaviness. Altogether, this could form a semantic articulatory matrix, a kind of hidden geometry of meaning embedded in human speech. Of course, pattern recognition is dangerous, and humans naturally see structure everywhere, so this theory would need rigorous testing through corpus analysis, semantic clustering, cross-linguistic comparison, articulatory mapping, and phonosemantic statistics across multiple language families. Yet, if consistent patterns appear more often than chance predicts, the implications could be profound. Language may preserve traces of an ancient embodied semantic geometry where the tongue carries directional symbolism, airflow encodes emotional topology, and speech itself becomes a fossil record of humanity's earliest attempts to physically model experience through sound